Maluma, baby. Apenas sale el solito te vas corriendo. Sé que pensarás que esto me está doliendo. Yo no estoy pensando en lo que estás haciendo. Si somos ajenos y así nos queremos. Si conmigo te quedas o con otro tú te vas, no me importa un carajo.
My brows on live on Instagram, you guys. It was so fun. Thank you so much for you guys that came in. You guys were like lit. I love you guys. Anyways, so I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into the eyes because it's literally gonna be focused on the eyes today, you guys, because we're using this baby right here. Swatch and swatch. And now on the eyes, of course, I want to see how they're blend, how they work, and all that good stuff. The shadow, of course, all the colors are like absolutely beautiful, girl. Like, I already left my mirror and we're back. Per usual, I like to use a concealer. I'm using this white one for Charmis. I don't know if I should do a smoky eye, a cut crease. I definitely want to add glitter, girl. Like, so I just apply this literally all over the eyelids, and then I like to go ahead and blend that in with a brush. I use any brush, especially preferably a dual fiber brush. I feel like it blends everything so much better. And literally I just blend it in all over the eye. So of course now we're jumping into my baby right here, which I'm to use it. This is a Reveal Matte palette, of course. So the first shade I'm using is actually this second shade from the top right here, and I'm actually using a Morphe M512. This is kind of to set that whole eyelid. You always want to set the eyes, of course, guys. You always want to set. Oh my god, you guys, like that pigmentation though. Look at that, so smooth. Oh my god. Next I'm going in with the fourth shade of the top, and this is what I'm going to use as a transitioning shade, and I'm actually using a Morphe E27 brush, and I'm slightly applying this all over the crease. I feel like this is still too light for my skin tone. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and apply some tape. You guys know I like that sharp edge. You got me like Okay, now we're ready to run. So I'm going in with a much darker shade. I'm using this bottom row fourth shade right here. So I'm using this shade to give more depth to the crease, and I'm applying it with the same M27 brush from Morphe. I'm applying it little by little. I don't want to just apply a whole bunch of eyeshadow and then not be able to blend it. They're so pretty, you guys. They blend so easily. So I'm going to continue reapplying the eyeshadow. I wanted to darken a little bit more, and these blend, you guys. Like, I'm not having a harsh time. Like, they blend in so nice. Next I'm going in with this Morocco orangey burnt shade. I don't know why I say all of that. So I'm applying this right on the outer corners and just bringing it onto the crease little by little, of course. Oh my god, this shade is so beautiful, you guys. Like, so yeah, I'm focusing on the outer crease, and while I'm doing this process, I'm also going back with a Morphe brush M27 and just keep blending on that crease. And from the top row, I'm using this last shade right here, which is like a burgundy dark shade, and I'm actually going to be applying that on right here on the front. I don't know, I want to do like a reverse smoky eye type thing, but I'm just basically applying the dark shade right here on the inner corner, just literally like on my tear dark right here. See that part right there? Like right there. And then just applying it, kind of like dragging it onto the lid a little bit, like midway to the lid, not all the way. And I'm using like a fluffy brush to do this, and I'm taking a clean brush just to blend this in a little bit here. So I'm just going back a little more, and I'm just going back applying a little bit more of that Morocco orangey shade just to want to intensify a little bit more. And of course, just going back and blending that whole eye with a clean brush. My eyes are currently looking super crazy, you guys, but do not worry, we'll get there. Let's take this off. And next, for some fun, you guys, we're gonna use some glitter today, and I'm using first the glitter primer from NYX. And believe it or not, I'm actually starting from the middle of my eyes like that. Like, I brought it all the way up to the crease and then just winging it out. And I don't know, you guys, I really want to use this glitter. I'm actually applying a little bit on the tear duct as well. I think it looked cute and it kind of matches the whole eye. I was changing the setting on my camera, so it kind of looked a little off. But I tell you guys, like, the pigmentation is beautiful. I love these shadows. They're bomb. Diggity bomb. And of course, I had to bring them back, you guys. This is the Ardell 250. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do my face just really quickly. I'm gonna apply some moisturizer. I'm also applying a little bit of primer. I'm using the Veil Primer by Hourglass. I really like this thing. And And for foundation, I'm actually using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Bronze Beige. And I honestly just love the spatula on this thing. It's just like, and I'm actually using a brush to blend this in. I love how it blends in with a brush. I feel like literally, you guys, some foundation I really meant to be used with a brush instead of a beauty blender. Like this one looks so good. I haven't tried it with a brush. This is the first time, so I'm like shook. And of course, I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of this concealer. This is the It Cosmetic Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. I'm pretty sure you guys know this is my baby. Put a little tiny bit. This, I definitely do it with a beauty blender because I feel like it blends so much better. So taking my Real Technique, the beauty sponge, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this in really quickly. Next, I'm taking the Morphe 9C palette, and I'm taking the first shade right here to set my under eyes. These powders are so pretty, you guys. And I'm also using the Morphe E49. This is like perfect for my under eye. Just like packs it on really nicely. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly finish the eyes before we finish the whole face. So we're going back to the palette, and I'm applying this first shade right here. And I'm actually taking a little tiny bit, you guys, like a little slightly bit, and just blending it in there. I'm also taking the burgundy shade and apply it right on my lower lash line as well. And I'm just going back and blending a little bit more. Oh, I almost forgot, you guys. I'm also applying some mascara on my lower lash line. I'm using this It Cosmetic Superhero Mascara, which I freaking love. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply my highlight first. I'm using this Flashlight palette from Spongeact. You guys know I love this stuff. It's so bomb. And I'm mixing these two shades right here on the top. Okay, I'm going back to the Morphe palette, and so I'm starting right here with this shade and kind of like really chisel out my cheekbones. And for that, I'm using this Morphe E55 brush, which I really like. It's so precise, you guys, to do these lines. And then to blend it in, I like to use the M458 from Morphe as well, which is a much chunkier brush, and it's actually smaller and chunkier, and I like this to blend everything out. Next, I'm taking the bottom shade right here, and I'm actually going to use this shade to bronze out my whole entire face. And I'm also using this brush from Morphe, which is the M530. And I'm actually going to apply a little bit more highlight because you guys know me. I'm actually now using just this one. The reason why I applied it first because I don't like to have the contour like under my highlight. And now we're going back to the Morphe, and we're using actually the middle shade right here as a highlight. But this is the final look, you guys. I hope you really liked it. It turned out really good, by the way, you guys. Like, I'm obsessed. Like, I'm totally obsessed with the eyes. Everything came out like super neat. I really enjoyed it doing this. You guys, the palette is like a must. I really like it.